News Talk 760 WJR is proud to present Women Who Lead. Profiling great women impacting the Great Lakes with WJR's Ann Thomas.
Hi everyone, I'm Ann Thomas, and welcome to Women Who Lead, a WJR Internet exclusive brought to you by Panera Bread. Come in and try fresh bread baked each and every morning by expert bakers. My guest today on Women Who Lead is Terry Barclay. Terry is the president and CEO of InForum, that is formerly known as the Women's Economic Club. And InForum is a women's group that is found throughout the state of Michigan, and it's a group that really helps women network and meet other women who truly are women who lead. Terry, thank you. Great to have you here. I especially appreciate you coming here and doing this in person.
It's great to be here, Ann, always with you.
Well, thank you. Let's start a little bit and just talk about you. How you got to where you are today, running this major women's organization.
Well, I ended up in Michigan. I'm not a native of Michigan, but I ended up here to go to University of Michigan for graduate school. And I always had a passion about the nonprofit sector in particular. Mm-hmm. It seemed like it was a good intersection. My father was in business, and I wanted to bring a business-like approach to nonprofit organizations and the very important mission and purpose and value for society that they have. So my whole career has been in nonprofits. I started out working for kind of a grant-making organization and moved on from that at a very young age to become the founding president and CEO of another nonprofit that dealt with mid-career job seekers called Operation Able. From there, had a lot of job offers after doing that for about 10 years, but most of them were come to these small, struggling nonprofits that need to do a turnaround. Mm-hmm. And my question was, where is there? The offers have come to these large, stable, well-funded organizations. Where are the? So I decided to go to Oakland University and work in university relations for a while. And that was a whole lot of fun. Working with a larger institution at the time was about an $80 million a year nonprofit working in higher education. From there, I got a call to go to become Senior Vice President and Chief External Affairs Officer at Hospice of Michigan. Did that for 3 years, which was, again, a medium-sized statewide healthcare organization. And then got a call about coming to InForum. And at that time it was called the Women's Economic Club. Right. Had a proud history, still has a proud history, was founded in 1962 when women weren't allowed to join most of the professional organizations around town.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. It's hard to imagine in this day and age women weren't allowed to join the Detroit Economic Club, for example. How far we've come and how much things have changed. But it was really a great opportunity to kind of bring a business purpose and meld that with a nonprofit mission.
You have grown InForum tremendously. So when you talk a little bit about how you got to where you are today with this organization, when you got there, what was your vision?
Well, InForum Women's Economic Club is a proud organization with a proud history. One of the largest of its kind in the country. Its mission has remained constant over the years, which is to strengthen the business environment by creating opportunities for women to lead and succeed. But it only had a few tools in its toolkit, as I like to say. And the tools in its toolkit when I arrived 6 years ago were really meetings, luncheon meetings with inspirational speakers, high-powered speakers, networking opportunities. But for an organization whose mission was leading and succeeding, it seemed like we needed to do a few more things if we were really serious about moving the needle, as they say. And so we kind of looked around and said, what are some of the other things? Talked to a lot of the business leaders in town to see what their vision was.
Male and female?
Male and female. Male and female, because men are important allies and have been very strong supporters of the organization as they see the value of diversity in the workplace. In fact, men have been some of the strongest supporters. If you're facing global competition, if you're kind of in a global fight for your life, if you will, do you want half of your talent sitting on the sidelines? No. They know that women are over half of the graduating, those graduating from Michigan colleges and universities. They know they need to have those folks engaged. So we looked around and we launched 2 or 3 new things in a hurry. We like to joke with the board that this organization has seen more change in the last 6 years than it saw in the previous 3 or 4 decades. First thing we did was we launched an executive leadership program. That is
It's a great idea.
A 6-month, intensive 6-month leadership development boot camp for women who are serious about moving up to the next level. It doesn't address kind of the hard skills, the technical skills for the job. Being proficient in those are just the entry card.
Right.
What this is about, it's about how to navigate the corporate world, how to navigate the business world, networking, influencing others, how to produce results through other people, through your subordinates, your peers, and your bosses. How to work with others to produce those business outcomes, how to move up in the leadership ranks. So many people's careers get stalled at a certain level, and so this is for those high potential, very focused women who are about to break into the officer ranks at their organizations. And it's been phenomenal. I was just talking to someone this morning, realizing we have 472 women who have been through the program, which is something.
Amazing.
It is, in this short period of time, like, when did that happen? But especially when you consider that we limit the class size to 40. One of the key features, and I'm proud to say many of the other women that you have profiled, the top executives in this town have donated their time to this executive leadership program to serve as executive hosts.
I was just going to ask you, who's doing the training?
We have a talented team of licensed facilitators. Class starts out with a 360 assessment, and then it meets once a month for 6 months to focus on the different leadership competency areas. One of the key features of the class, and the one that's always rated the highest in the evaluations, are we ask top women executives, like Nancy Schlichting from Henry Ford Health System. There are so few women who run $3.7 billion healthcare systems in this country. Nancy's one of them. She's an incredible leader. Terry Barclay, the Global Vice President of Human Resources for General Motors, many others, too numerous to mention, come into the class at each session. One executive does. And we ask them to share stories of management or leadership dilemmas that they've actually faced, and then to talk about them in terms of the competencies that we're talking about in the class that day. So it really brings things home, and allows people to see how the concepts they're talking about can be applied in the real world. So it's been a huge success.
Thank you for watching Women Who Lead with Terry Barclay. For part 2, go to WJR.com.
You've been listening to Women Who Lead with Ann Thomas. For more interviews and podcasts, visit WJR.com.